nobody. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. You are now watching the legend, so sit back and let the show begin. The promise ain't no, it's aim to go and get me loaded. And no offense, but suckers ain't get close to no a chance. I'm gonna win, my flow is so much doper than an over yet. Oh my lord, here we go again, it's going on and on though. You can catch me up in that jungle, I'll be going ape like Congo. Hit them points like Pronto, when I hit them up with that gun blow, that triple double Lonzo. Combo, hey. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. Now it's my time, dog. I'm on my way to become a non-con. Job to get your climb on, to get to the level that I'm on. I am the greatest of all time, man, and I won't stop until the whole world's up in my hand. I can't see my rise up on the horizon. I've been out here grinding, trying to leave a legacy. And ain't nobody next to me, cause I'm a different pedigree. Ain't no one impressing me, so step to me, cause I got all my weaponry. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping.
The Indonesian archipelago of Raja Ampat lies off the coast of West Papua in Southeast Asia. Covering 40,000 square kilometers, the region is home to the world's most biodiverse coral reefs. Coral reefs are home to 1/4
My friends always say that Tokyo feels like an amusement park. There's always something happening. And now, silence is ruling the city. My name is Yuki Shutsi. I'm one of the only female sushi chefs in Tokyo. And for the first time in 10 years, I'm not in my restaurant anymore. I usually wake up at 7 to go to the fish market. I pick up 3 or 4 different types of fish and go to the restaurant to start prepping for the evening. I like to mix modernity and tradition to invent a new type of sushi. One that reflects the diversity of my customers, from tourists to geeks dressed in cosplay. Cooking sushi really captures all of Japan's values. It conveys the obsession for details, respect of hierarchy, and absolute cleanliness. Tokyo is like a gigantic play area. That's what I like here. Everything seems to happen faster. There are always lots of people. The streets resonate with electric sounds. There's so much diversity here. Everyone can be themselves. And now, even the most vibrant neighborhoods of Tokyo are deserted. All the restaurants of the city are closed, and I'm worried for the future. At the beginning of the lockdown, I felt depressed. Later on, I realized it was the opportunity to create new recipes and reflect upon my life. And in some ways, I had been waiting for this moment for such a long time. I think that life after the lockdown will remain the same. Of course, we'll change a bit and we'll invent new rules, but somehow, people will return.
If you ever thought that animals with superpowers were the stuff of science fiction, it's time to think again. Because planet Earth is full of them. In the skies, in the trees, and in the undergrowth, superpowered creatures are all around us. Bugs. We may not notice them, but there are more bugs in a single square mile of forest than there are human beings on Earth. And their amazing abilities have to be seen to be believed. Some fire clouds of boiling chemicals. Creatures can glow in the dark. Make themselves invisible. And even transform themselves into something completely different. Welcome to a world whose inhabitants are even stranger than our fictions. To survive, every living thing must eat. Some of the most remarkable hunting strategies in the animal kingdom are happening right under our noses. This spider is called our Calliope. She hunts by constructing large, extremely strong webs.
New York is one of the most appealing cities in the world. More than 62 million people visit the city annually. Manhattan is the heart of the city and the most densely populated district in the USA. 1.6 million people inhabit the area of 59 square kilometers. The New York Stock Exchange, together with its turbulent 200-year history, is the most famous and influential stock exchange in the world by the total cost of stocks traded. Another extremely popular place in New York is Central Park. It is the most filmed urban park in the world. It served as a scene for Ghostbusters, Spider-Man, Home Alone, Friends, Sex and the City, and more than 200 other movies and TV series. New York is a city of skyscrapers. A 381 meters high skyscraper of the Empire State Building once was the tallest structure in the world, but even now it is the 5th tallest skyscraper in the United States. And now we are flying over the Hudson River and Pier 40. There is a baseball field and a park where you can practice different kinds of sports. The Freedom Tower was built on the site of the original World Trade Center, destroyed on September 11th, 2001. It is the tallest building in the USA, 541 meters. Downtown occupies the southernmost part of Manhattan. The most known skyscrapers of the city, Wall Street, the Financial District, Ground Zero, Little Italy, and Chinatown are located here. This area is unique for having the random arrangement of streets comparing to other parts of Manhattan. Brooklyn Bridge that was built at the end of the 19th century is one of the oldest suspension bridges in the country. 120 years later, a secret fallout shelter was discovered during the reconstruction. It was created for a potential nuclear attack during the Cold War. Times Square, the major commercial intersection, is located in the center of Manhattan and sometimes referred to as the crossroads of the world. More than 330,000 pedestrians and around 115,000 drivers and passengers pass through Times Square daily, while the employee population is 170,000. Times Square is the symbol of New York and the whole United States.
Repeat. I, Major Marikilian, give my consent to deep dive into myself. sensing.
Start your day in Jerusalem in this large square beside the Western Wall. Standing on the site of the former Moroccan quarter, it is now used as an open-air synagogue for those who come to pray there. The most known site in Jerusalem is usually crowded with believers from all around the world. Pilgrims come here to place a small paper with a prayer or a request into its cracks. This church is the world's holiest Christian site, which is presumably built on the place of both the crucifixion and the tomb of Jesus. Destroyed and rebuilt numerous times, it still stays a major pilgrimage site. Inside of the church is the Stone of the Anointing. Although it was only added during reconstruction in 1810, it is believed to be the stone where Jesus' body was taken care of before his burial. If you continue further, you will reach the Chapel of the Holy Sepulchre, which is the spot where Christ's body was laid after his death and from which he rose after 3 days. The ornate Chapel of the Crucifixion commemorates the death of Jesus. You can also reach Golgotha, the site where Jesus was crucified, from the church. The magnificent Dome of the Rock is built on the rock from which Muhammad ascended into heaven. Next to it is the Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is the third holiest site in the Islamic religion. The religious theme of this ancient city does not end there. The Mount of Olives is closely tied with Christianity and the life of Jesus, and is also a Jewish cemetery with more than 150,000 graves. Relax in the charming maze of tiny streets built on the ruins of a hospital. It is a great place for shopping and souvenir hunting, with numerous stores full of colorful carpets, bags, and pieces of clothing. The highlight of the Church of the Redeemer is its northern gate, which is adorned with zodiac signs and symbols of the months. Climb up the church's belfry for an amazing view of the Old City and Mount Zion. Tour the main boulevard of the former Roman city, established here in the 2nd century AD. It served as a monumental royal road, and it played an essential role in the urban design of the Old City. The city walls of Jerusalem belong to the UNESCO World Heritage Site list. Nearby is the Zion Gate, which still shows traces of the Arab-Israeli War. The bullet holes are visible on its walls to this day. Visit the largest and most populous quarter of the Old City. It's a lively and busy place with lots of small shops. Right in the center of the Muslim quarter is the Shuk, consisting of a maze of narrow streets, some of which date back 1,000 years. Jerusalem has plenty of markets, all special in their own way. Wander through the stalls of this Arab souk, located in the very heart of the city, and get lost in the labyrinth of scarves, spices, and ceramics. This market is the cheapest place to buy souvenirs, but it also offers modern gadgets and fashion accessories. Visitors come shop here when they want to try haggling for prices and to enjoy the authentic atmosphere. It truly connects the past to the present. You can also find many food stalls here, offering local dishes: falafel, pasta, candy, pastry. You will find whatever your heart desires here. Jerusalem has countless sights to offer, regardless of whether you're a person with a religious background or not. Do not miss out on the opportunity to visit this sacred and history-filled place with unforgettable atmosphere.
below 200 hours this morning, one of our high-security R&D black sites came under attack. We cannot let Copperhead reveal the Aspire program to the public. You have authorization to use any force necessary to stop them.
Remember, keep quiet and stay out of sight.
Eyes peeled. We gotta find this guy.
Agent, climb out of there. Go!
Think I've got him! On me! Breathe.
Stay down. Don't let them see you.
Come on! Back up! Now!